Welcome to Boys episode 139.
139. We're almost at 140, which means we're 11 away from 150.
And we're still planning, talking. We're in talks right now.
We're in negotiations
Of what we're going to do if we're going to do something special for 150.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to hear your ideas. What should we do? Should we do another live show?
Right.
Should we do something extra special? Or should we just call it a quit? Call it a quit.
Just quit 150.
If the glove does not fit,
You must have quit.
speaking of quitting,
Mhm.
we have some big news.
Yeah.
But first,
Couple.
the commercials. BoysPodcast.com. It's a hub of all things boys. There you will find links to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and more, as well as a golden donate button you can hit to keep us alive. It's like life support with money. You inject us with your love in dollar form, in Bitcoin form. I think we take Bitcoin. We're going to have to move to Bitcoin
Well,
now that the incident has happened.
we got to move to Bitcoin.
And we'll get to that soon. Again, it's BoysPodcast.com.
Boys is available on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, wherever the fuck you listen to your podcasts or watch them, because we are on YouTube. Leave a review on iTunes. Really helps us rise in the ranks there on the tunes. Subscribe and share the shit out of it. That's all I say. Hack the planet, share it.
Quick note on the YouTube. If you go to youtube.com, search Boys Podcast Oklahoma, give us a subscribe. It helps us kind of rise up there because we're kind of buried right now since we just kind of basically started getting our shows up on YouTube. We maybe have some video in the future, but we got to have those subscribers. So go to fucking YouTube, search Boys Podcast Oklahoma. You'll see our logo. Give us a subscribe. It'd mean the world to us.
All you gotta do is click.
You're a click away. You're well, several clicks, but you get the gist of it. You can also email us, boys@boyspodcast.com. Send us some feedback. Put your physical address in the bottom of the email. We'll send you out some stickers. The stack's dwindling, my friends. Don't wait. We might be shut down soon. Socially,
I mean, they'll probably find out.
they're listening, dude.
They're listening to us.
They
right
always
now.
listen.
Thank you to our sponsors, Anthem Brewing, anthembrewing.com. The tap room is open for business, guys.
I heard they put cameras in their beer, so you can actually like watch you drink your beer, and they track your beer intake. They report it to the authorities, and you might be denied healthcare, a job. That's just what I've heard.
I hope this isn't true, but if things are as they seem, then yes, they might do that. Go check them out, anthembrewing.com. Fat Bison, fatbison.com. Proprietor, Pied Piper of wood signs.
What's he, R. Kelly?
Yes, he's the Pied Piper of wooden signs.
He's also a globalist, so he's got that going for
He's
him.
a flat earth globalist.
Check him out at fatbison.com.
Champion Vintage OKC on Instagram. Metric boatload of vintage gear for you and yours. Champion Vintage OKC.
I had to have a sip of that Anthem. It was delish. Lastly, thank you guys and gals for the donations, the feedback, the listening, the hanging out with us week after week after week after week after week after week. I got 138 more of these a week. Thank you guys and gals and everything in between. Now on with the show. Hey, man.
Hey, so
We got some bad news. We're going to change gears here.
yeah.
So we've been doing this for a while. In fact, 139 episodes
That's a lot of eps.
spanning years in the making.
And it was only a matter of time before, I guess, some legality came our way. I guess. Would you call this legality or would you call this... I mean, I call it illegality, but...
Yeah, I would say somewhere in between the two.
Yeah.
We, well, one of us, we're not really quite sure yet, but we've been found out.
Yeah.
We received an email from, I'm just pulling up the email here. I think we should just be transparent.
Anonymous hacker.
Well, anonymous hacker Clora.
Yeah.
May I read the email?
Please.
Just feel free to jump in whenever. Okay, it starts out like this, all caps. Last warning. Boys@boyspodcast.com, where you can send feedback and get some free stickers if you put your physical address in the bottom of the email. You have the last chance to save your social life. I am not kidding.
2 exclamation points.
That means they're serious.
Very serious.
I give you the last 72 hours to make the payment before I send the video with your masturbation to all of your friends and associates. Great wording here. A real top-notch.
Yeah, definitely
Hacker
grammar. English grammar is their number one.
The last time you visited an erotic website with young teens, capitalized, you downloaded and installed the software I developed. My program has turned on your camera and recorded your act of, capital, masturbation and the video you were masturbating to.
Mm-hmm.
My software also downloaded all your email contact lists and lists of your Facebook friends.
Cool. So yeah, we're found out here. It goes on to say, I have both the boys.mp4 with your masturbation and a file with all of your contacts on my hard drive. You are very perverted.
Yeah, that's like, is Trump writing this? Because I'm getting the cadence of a Trump tweet. If you want me to delete both files and keep your secret, you must send me Bitcoin payment. I give you the last 72 hours. If you don't know how to send Bitcoins, visit Google. That's a good tip.
Yeah.
Getting us started in the right direction.
Hey, I'm scamming the shit out of you. By the way, if you don't know how to do this, just go to Google. They'll help you out.
Send 2,000 USD to this Bitcoin address immediately. 3DCGKLGRVTGKQ9WD. You get the.
Yeah,
it's anonymous.
Yeah.
And then they make it easy for us. They break it down for us. 1 BTC equals 3,470 USD right now. So send exactly 0.580932 BTC to the address above. Do not try to cheat me. As soon as you open this email, I will know you opened it.
Yeah, it says red.
The Bitcoin address is linked to you only, so I will know if you sent the correct amount. When you pay in full, I will remove both files and deactivate my software. If you don't send the payment, I will send your masturbation video to all your friends and associates, all caps, from your contact list that I just hacked. Here are the payment details again, in case you don't know how emails work. It's right above, but I'm going to put it again. And then, yeah, all that. And then it just goes on and on. You can visit the police, but nobody will help you. I know what I am doing. I don't live in your country, and I know how to stay anonymous. All right, Clora.
So it goes on to say, don't cheat me, blah, 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 awaiting your Bitcoin payment.
Clora, the anonymous hacker.
Yeah, so apparently this goes around quite a bit. It's an email scam. My first time ever getting one. My thing is, why do you pick a podcast email? Was it just like a random? I bet our email came from like a list, like when someone cold calls your house.
Right.
Like you're just a phone number in the queue.
Yeah. I used to work at a dry cleaning sales position for a dry cleaning business,
right,
called Chem Clean. When I was probably
Chem Clean
16, well, actually 16, I was there, and the way we got our phone numbers is my white trash boss with this. Imagine if the Tasmanian devil was in a human form.
Right,
that's what this guy looked like. I think he even had a Taz tattoo on his leg.
Oh, I bet.
And the way we would get our phone list is he would literally bring in several copies of the white pages that he probably stole off people's front porches, and we would just rip pages out and just go down the list and call people. And then I got fired because we were bored with the job, and we started like being silly on the phones. Mm-hmm. And I'd be like, "Hey, this is Robbie from Come Clean." I would actually say that, and he heard us once, and of course, we fucked with his money.
Sure.
So
yeah,
he comes storming in like with a little cyclone under his legs, and like go
yeah,
and fired us on the spot. And man,
that's another scam though. That's like, I don't understand how that kind of stuff can continue to happen. Don't go to the police. Well, no, I'm not gonna go to the police because you don't have a video of me jerking off. I'm not gonna freak out. B, I'm not stupid. I put fucking tape over all of my cameras.
It feels. Okay, I have to ask though. Mm-hmm. So I saw this email as soon as I woke up this morning.
Yeah, me too.
I woke up and I was like laying in bed, kind of getting ready to start the day. You do that little social media catch up in bed, before you get up. Let me ask you though, for like 1 second, were you like,
Yeah, for 1 second I was like, but I don't jerk off to anything like that.
Yeah.
I jerk off to the same shit.
Yeah, everybody knows I like granny porn.
Yeah. I'm a chores.
we've been doxxed.
Yeah, we've been doxxed.
And now I know how it feels. So, Clora, guess what? We're coming after you. You send me 0.58723971 Bitcoin. Or else. I don't know what I'm going to do yet.
Mm-hmm.
But oh boy, it's stewing. It's brewing.
Yeah.
It's going to come trueing. If you
it's
don't send the Bitcoin.
I know it's fake. It's a whole fake thing. I've Googled it. It's like one of those things that go around. But if they did, what do you have? Who is it? Because there's 3 of us.
Yeah.
Who's doing the jerk?
I don't know.
And is it just video through my tape that's over?
Well, we usually jerk off together.
That's true.
So
you hear the sounds of like, somebody going, yeah.
You just hear the slapping. You're just like,
yeah, the whole minute and a half.
yeah. But, well, you kind of already touched on it, but the first thing I asked you was, you got tape over your camera, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, me too. A little piece of electrical tape right over the top there.
Yeah, I've my tape is a medical tape. It's like,
it's even better. Yeah, even better. So yeah, it feels weird, man. Feels weird. And also a little cyberpunk, if I must say.
Pretty cyberpunk.
So. We might have to shut the show down. I'm just saying.
No. I think we'll survive. We'll make do. Speaking of legal shit, so if you notice this thing on my face, right?
Come?
Yeah.
Oh, the beard.
I've been growing out this pretty gnarly beard.
It is gnarly, by the way.
Thank you.
I saw your Instagram post the other day, the should I shave it? What were the final results?
It was like 90-something% no.
Okay.
And then like 2%.
Well, now that you've been doxxed, you probably need to change your identity.
I gotta change my identity. Clora knows who I am.
Yeah, you're just gonna look like fucking Castaway here in about a month and a half.
Right. So I've been doing I'll do just a little bit of shopping. I'll pop in places. One of my favorite places to go, because they have everything, is Ross Dress for Less.
You love a good deal.
I like a deal. What I like about Ross is you don't go with an agenda with Ross. You don't go, hey, I need this. I'm going to go to Ross.
Because you're not going to find it.
You're not going to find it. You just go, show me the deal, Ross.
Yeah.
What's today's deal?
Yeah, lead the way.
Lead the way.
Oh, Mr. Ross.
And it's got
John
multiple
Ross.
apartments. I walk in, and the security guy, a larger gentleman, and he's like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. How are you? Good. And then proceeds to ghost me around the store. Like, I'm trying to buy stuff, but you're making it really odd. So I go get there's some cool socks. I like neat socks.
Yeah, you do.
Get a handful of socks, and he's like doing that thing where he's down 2 aisles past where I am, but is always in the same section. And we'll do that walk by the aisle and kind of look down and look at me thing. Proceeded to follow me around the entire fucking store. The entire store. All the way to the checkout line.
How's it feel?
Terrible. And I felt like, is it my beard or do I look homeless? Now, I also went to another store, a different store, got the same thing. I went right down the old way. There's a Nordstrom rack. I figure, hey, I got these socks. Maybe I'll get like a shirt or something. Go to Nordstrom rack. And the dude is a plainclothes security guy. And he does the same thing. Eyeballs me and then kind of follows me around the store. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to shop here for following me around. It's fucked up.
Did you pull that thing where you're like, you lost my business?
Oh, no, I wanted so badly to pull like an SJW move and just like, excuse me, just because I dress a certain way
and because I have a beard
does not mean that I'm going to steal from your store, sir.
Well, being profiled is a serious thing. I mean, it happens to people every day. And, we're lucky that doesn't happen to us very often. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it must suck, dude. I've never really been followed around a store. I think it's this charming, friendly face that I have. Mm. My lack of intimidating features. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. That would suck, dude. Did you feel, were you like, well, if I'm being followed, maybe I should make this guy earn his money?
I did. I was, as soon as I caught on to him, following me, I would, because I've worked retail pretty much my entire life. So I know what they were looking for and what would make me look suspicious. So I would do that. I would get an armful of things and then I would crouch down behind an aisle and look like I'm looking at something else.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to steal this. But
Just stashing the things.
But I want you to think that I am.
But here's the thing. Have you ever been in a dressing room in a Ross?
Mm-hmm.
So many people steal from Ross. That's why they have a fucking loss prevention something on the back of their shirt.
Yeah, that dude, the black vest is loss prevention.
Yeah, he looks like, he looks like a SWAT, like a discount SWAT team,
Yeah, a Ross dress for a SWAT team.
Yeah. And if you go into the dressing room, you can see like there's tags and like sensors and the price tags and all kinds of like empty hangers.
Yeah.
Like people steal from Ross, dude.
Yeah.
Like I don't steal.
Right.
I steal hearts. That's about it. But I don't steal physical items.
Mm-hmm.
But you go in there, like, I might run across a pair of, ill-fitting Adidas track pants that I want.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps a funky pair of socks. Perhaps that lone bucket hat just a spinning on the rack. I might want that.
Yeah.
So I go and try on the pants or whatever. And yeah, you're looking around like, dude, whoever was in here right before me.
Stole something.
Stole a lot.
When you see like a stack of the same pants, you're like, okay, well, they took like 3 in here because they're going to steal 1.
I used to date a girl when I was in high school. It was back in the nu metal days. I was in a little band called Modern Angel.
Oh, yeah.
I was just mule kicking my way across the great Midwest. And I dated this girl who was a kleptomaniac. And she loved to steal underwear.
Yeah?
Yeah, she always had really nice bras and panties. I never saw them.
I can
was
see
a
that
big,
being an
fat
easy thing to
virgin.
steal. You just put it on and put your clothes over it.
That's what I was. Yeah, you go in, you take the sensor off. I think she even carried around like one of those little like handheld tools that you can pop sensors off. And she'd go in and she would disrobe and put on the bra and the panties and then put her clothes back on. It's like, that's the thing though. Who's going to call her out on that?
Right.
Let me see that bra.
Dude, that's sexual harassment, bro.
Oh, totally.
That's assault.
That would backfire. I remember when I worked retail at like Hot Topic or Fast Forward, if you remember that.
Mm-hmm.
We had policies like if somebody is stealing and you know it, you have to let them leave. Like you can't apprehend the person.
Right.
You can call mall security and have them apprehend the person. But if somebody came in, let's say to Fast Forward, which is like a skate shop in the mall,
right?
Skate and wear like
outdoor
skatewear. There we go. That's it. If you know they were stealing, you couldn't stop them at the door. Even if the alarm went off when they were leaving, you weren't allowed to like run up to them and be like, "You ain't going anywhere." You just weren't allowed to.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like that's universal with most stores. You can't do that unless you physically see them put something in their bag.
Oh, even then you couldn't.
Oh, really?
Like you had to let mall security. I don't know if it was just trying to keep their employees safe. This was before people were shooting people up all the time, in mass every day. But yeah, maybe it was just a way to keep their like young employees safe.
Yeah.
Because like I wouldn't want to get shot.
No, you don't say.
But I also wouldn't want to get my ass kicked over an Etnies belt.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah, no,
that Spitfire hoodie is not worth it.
Not worth it. You take it.
Take it and run.
Take it and run. That's one of my big things with I liked catching shoplifters. But yeah, there's really nothing you can do. Because, I mean, they're going to lie and say they didn't steal it. And you go, well, I fucking saw you. Will you open your bag? And they go, no. And you go, okay, great. Walk out of the store. And then you call security and they go get them and they bring them back like, so it was in your fucking bag. Cool. You could have just been a nice guy and been like, hey, here, I'm sorry I stole this. But at Zoomies...
Or just not steal.
At Zoomies, we forced them to buy it. We'd be like, so you can buy this or we're going to press charges.
I'm just imagining you putting someone in a half Nelson and like making them insert their chip.
Put that shit in the chip reader.
Put your fucking pin. Put your fucking pin in.
Put your fucking pin in.
Now sign here.
Have a good day. I'll sign up for our mailing list.
You have 90 days to bring it back with the original receipt and tags. Better not smell like smoke.
Aggressive fucking... Oh, I hated that. Like, people returning shit that's they clearly got for like a party.
I don't remember seeing that when I was younger, but now that I'm a little bit older, I see that all the time. I see like ladies with like a shirt on that you can clearly see that the tag is still on. Or the big one is pants, because pants are pretty easy to wear and return because you just take the little size sticker off the leg, slap that joker on a piece of parchment paper, That way it doesn't.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't get lint on it.
That's a little Robbie Ray secret.
Yeah, and then because the only other tag on a jean is usually either in the pocket or on the back, kind of where like the Levi's like little piece of leather is.
Yeah, but sometimes it's a big piece of cardboard. You don't know that hanging down while you're out and about.
Yeah, I won't name names, but I saw someone that I know recently had this person raise their arms around me. Maybe they were praising the Lord. Maybe they were reaching for a spice at the top of the spice rack. I don't know. But there was a little piece of cardboard. And now that could have been a mistake.
Sure.
I'll give this person the benefit of the doubt. It could have been an oversight. But I think somebody was wanting to make a return.
Yeah. At that point, just buy the fucking pants.
Well, are you a serial returnist?
A serial returner?
Yeah, like do you return things often?
I try not to. I mean, I will get buyer's remorse almost immediately. As soon as I get home, like, yeah, I didn't need to buy that. But no, but I know some people who do. Very much so. One so much so that he was no longer allowed to purchase things from that store because he kept returning things.
Yep. I've been known to return some things. When I was young, my dad,
Robbie return, huh?
Yeah, my dad bought me a VCR. Showing my age here. A VCR. It was a 4-head.
Oh.
Yep, stereo out. I had it for like a year, and I had the box up in the top of my closet. Like I'm notorious for if I buy a piece of electronic equipment or something, I always keep the box. I don't know why, because I'm always thinking about reselling it someday.
Right.
I'm like, oh, if it has the original box, like let's say I go get myself an Apple TV. Like I'd like to have an Apple TV. They're neat devices. If I would buy one, I would definitely keep that little box it came in.
Yeah. That
way, when it's older and I want to get the new one, I sell the old one on Craigslist or eBay or whatever. And I'm like, hey, I even got the receipt. I'm original owner, receipt, box, all paperwork, good to go. It's going to be in good condition.
Yep.
I keep my shit tight. But I had this VCR for a year. And I was really hard up for money, as 17, 16-year-olds are known to be.
Yeah.
And I wrapped that joker back up, took it back to Walmart, and got my money back after using it for a year every day. And you know what? Most people don't give a fuck.
Put it back in the box.
Yep. Had the styrofoam end caps on it.
And you taped the box back up.
I didn't tape the box back up, but I just took it back and I was like, this doesn't work. And they were like, well, you bought it a year ago. And I was like, I know, but it was a gift. I did the whole spiel of
right.
It was, no, I just received it. Somebody bought it as a gift. And I just who's going to buy a VCR?
Grandmas, dude. My mom
true.
buys Christmas gifts so fucking early and just pack rat stores them away in a closet somewhere. So that could work. That excuse could work.
Yeah, I'm starting to do that too.
Yeah.
I bought one of Kate's Christmas gifts months before. And it used to be week before, run out, scramble, place that last minute Amazon Prime order, get it to the house. But I actually kind of paced myself and started shopping early. And man, I'll tell you what, with age comes wisdom. And it was a wise decision because number one, you don't stress.
Yeah.
Number two, you kind of fan out your spending.
Sure.
So
you're not just blowing your load all in one week before Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with me, my nephew's birthday is 4 days after Christmas. So I have to do a double shop. So if I'm out and about, this year, I was probably September, I don't know, August, and walking through Target, and in the clearance section, they had these really cool toys. I'm like, well, I could just get that now. It's $5. It's regularly $20. I'll just get a couple of those now. And then I talk myself out of it. It's what am I going to do? I'm going to throw them in a closet and forget about them? Because that's what I would do. I would forget that I bought them.
Yeah. Speaking of pack rat, my grandma, after she passed away, we were over at her house, going through her things and kind of cleaning and helping my grandpa out. And we stumbled across some old Christmas gifts. One was for me, one was for my sister. And dude, no joke, they had to be 10 years old. No, more than that.
They were wrapped and everything?
Wrapped, handwritten label.
Did you open it?
I threw it away. I couldn't deal with the pain of opening it.
Yeah.
I literally threw it away. I was like, what? I should have just regifted it.
What
the 25-year-old regift.
What if it was something really cool?
What if it? My grandma was the queen of Christmas, man. What if it was still in the bubble blister pack like an Iowa cassette player Walkman.
And you just threw it away.
Dude.
Could have been something neat. That's kind of cool. It's like that scene in the Christmas Vacation where he's up in the attic and he finds an old Christmas gift stored away.
That was much like what it was, except without the women's clothing.
And falling through the attic there.
Speaking of stores, I went to a new store.
Oh, yeah?
A couple weeks ago, and I want to share my rave
Please
with you.
do.
I got to thinking, so, Kate and her girl moved up here. My life has completely changed in the last 2 months.
Right.
In all great ways. But I would be lying if I said my life has not completely changed. It's a neat journey. It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a 180 shift from what you were, because it was just you.
Just me.
You had plenty of time to jerk off and get caught on the webcam.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Played video games all the time.
I did. I played video games. I worked on guitar stuff. I painted my minis. I did whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
And now
You're a family man.
I'm a dad in training. A DIT, if you will.
DIT.
A DIT. But so Kate's moving up. Before she moved up, I am going through all my stuff, and I'm just trying to get rid of anything I don't need to make some room. My house isn't huge,
Right.
and I wanted to make some room. It's still something I'm doing. It's a slow, tedious process.
And you'll continue to keep doing it. Even when you're done, you're not done because there's something else.
Oh, I got a lot to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to thinking, and I was like, I really need a container. Maybe a few containers.
Now, when you say container, do you mean like a tub, like a big tub?
Well, something that would contain things.
I get that.
Yeah.
But elaborate. I don't.
A big one, a small one.
There's a store called the Container Store. They all they sell are containers.
And that's where I went.
Okay, before you, because I've seen that store around. We just got one.
Have you been?
No. I have one in Oklahoma City. When I lived out in California, we had them there. They're down in Texas. I've never been in one because my mind goes, container store. Is it just like, when I hear the word container, my mind automatically goes to a cylindrical container with a little lid that you could put cookies and shit in.
Well, I think like a butter tub, just to bring it back.
Tub.
Yeah.
Yeah. An old container. So how was your experience?
Well, Kate and I went to a container store when we went to Colorado to go to Red Rocks to see 311 on 4/20 of 2018. It was wonderful. We stopped by a container store. It's another way I know that I'm getting old. When we went on vacation, we just shopped. We didn't go to bar. We went to the Grateful Dead bar, which was cool. Sancho's Broken Arrow. That was cool. But we didn't go out and rage at night. We went to bed early so we could get up early and go eat breakfast and do adult shit.
Yeah, Diane and I do that too. When we go to a new place, it'd be either before the show, because usually it's for a concert or something. Before the show, do you want to get food and a beer? Yeah, we'll get a burger and a beer, and then I have a beer or two at the show.
Yeah.
And we should go check out this bar down the street or whatever. And you go thinking, we're going to party.
Yeah.
You have a beer.
Maybe two.
You want to,
and that second one just lasts a long time.
You just want to head back to the hotel.
Yeah.
I think the hotel bar's still open. We're going to grab a drink and then go to bed.
Exactly. Or, we'll get a 6-pack of beer on the way home and just hang out in the Airbnb.
No, and then you each open one of those 6-pack of beers, and then it just gets hot. You leave it out.
Oh, yeah.
You never drink it.
So we went to one in Denver, and, I'm an organized guy.
Oh, container stores right up your alley.
I'm a clean boy. I'm a tidy boy. I loved the place.
Yeah.
I mean, you do name a container. Just go. Name one.
A basket.
Got him.
A shelving unit.
Got him.
Okay.
Hampers. Got him. Lunch pails. Got him. Thermoses. Got him.
Do they have old Folgers containers with nuts and bolts in it?
No.
Butter tubs?
No. Danish cookie mix or whatever. What are those cookies?
Those Danish sugar cookies.
Love those jokers. But no, they have all kinds of containers. I actually ended up getting a big black plastic container to put some Christmas decorations in. And this is the same container you can go get at Walmart. Your Sterilite, your Rubbermaid.
Now, how much? Oh, so it's name brand. It's not like the container. It's not like IKEA where it's all IKEA
No,
stuff.
it's all the top container moguls out there getting together, getting all their product into one place. Which I guess the place is a container.
If you think about it, your body is a container. Your body's a container of organs.
And your soul.
If you believe in that sort of thing, yeah. So what was the prices like?
They were a little bit higher than your Walmart or your Target.
What you're paying for? You're paying for the ease of just having all the containers right there. You don't have to go into a Target and walk all the way back to the container section.
No. It's a whole store of containers. It's a self-contained container store that houses many containers. Some of these containers have containers in them.
I bet that was the dude's elevator pitch when he came up with it. It's a self-contained container store. Any container you want.
Dude, think about this. We build a huge container.
Yeah.
We put containers in it.
Oh, hell yeah.
We call it the container store.
Blown the mind.
Oh, amazing.
Blown the mind.
It's a cool store. I would suggest going there if you like organization.
Yeah.
Dude.
Do they have layaway? Does anybody do layaway anymore? Is that a thing?
Man, I don't know because I haven't worked in retail in so long. Right. I know there is layaway.
You know, like Walmart and like when I was a kid, it was Venture. My mom would go to Venture and she would lay away clothes. So you'd go try on these clothes. And as a kid, I didn't think about it. When I got a little older in my teenage years, I asked my mom, like, so you would lay away clothes for us? She's like, yeah. I'm like, why? It was a $20 pair of jeans. You couldn't just buy the fucking jeans? Then she made a good point. Well, I'm not just buying pants and clothes for you. I'm buying it for your sister and your brother and your father. So instead of, I don't want to pay, like you said, I don't just blow my wad in one go and drop $300 on clothes. Let's just put them back. And then I'll make payments on these clothes.
On a pair of jeans.
Weird.
Yeah. And maybe it's just a sign of the times and like our economic world we live in now. But yeah, dude, I don't think I've ever put something on layaway. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm rich. I'm not fucking rich.
Right.
But I don't think I've ever utilized layaway.
Now, to me, it seems almost like the payday loan, like shark kind of a thing. Like, hey, you broke as fuck? You really want that starter jacket, huh? You don't have $200 now, but you give me $50 today. I'll hold it in the back for you until you're done.
Yeah, but hold it in the back.
Hold it in the back.
Let me hold it.
And with clothes, it's like, but I'm a kid. Kids grow. By the time you pay this off at the end of the summer, it's not even going to fit anymore. And it's going to be wintertime.
I could imagine your mom, Christmas of 2018. You're under the tree. You're around the tree. The gifts are under the tree in their respective containers. And you open up your last gift, the one that, she's like, oh, save that one for last. And you open them up. You unfold. Brand new pair of Jinkos. And she's like, just paid them off.
She did that. That happened. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she would. Yeah, so like she would stockpile Christmas gifts, but she'd layaway is the ultimate stockpile. They're holding it onto it for you. That's
actually, that's pretty smart. Because nowadays everything's credit, every store has their own card. There's like, if you buy something from Amazon, you can get an Amazon card or Sweetwater or Guitar Center, wherever you go.
Right.
Best Buy. They all have their own cards. And it's like, dude, I fucked up with credit cards when I was young. You turn 18 before you're out of high school, even in my case. You start getting those offers.
Oh, they just send them to you.
And I remember my very first credit card. It was a Discover card. And it had a fish on it. Because it was one of those ones where it's like, you can pick your design.
Out of these 4 designs, yeah.
It was like 4 to 6 designs. And the one I picked for some reason was a clownfish, like Nemo. And I was like, oh, that's cute. I still have it. I still have this credit. And it does. The account has long been closed.
But you kept for nostalgia.
Just to have the card. Yeah, it's in my picture box.
What was your credit limit? Like $200?
It was $250. And I went out and maxed it out the first day I got it.
Good way to build credit.
And that's what I thought. I was like, because I didn't really have any credit when I was 18. I was on my dad's cell phone plan. I didn't I drove a car, but my dad helped me get it. It wasn't a new car,
right.
So I thought, I'll get one of these credit cards. And then 1 turned into 2. And then 2 turned into 3. Now,
did you get the 2 to pay off the original?
I was doing some,
balance transfer, they call that.
Oh, yeah.
The people who work for those credit card companies love that because they get bitchin' bonuses for doing so.
Well, yeah, because they're pressing a couple buttons and fucking you, And I guess I fucked myself. But Yeah, I think at one time I had like 4 or 5 credit cards. Now, I remember hearing scary stories of friends. Like when I worked at Guitar Center a long time ago, there was a guy, I don't remember his name. We'll call him Bob. Bob was probably 2 years older than me. So I was like 18. He was like 20. I was 19, something like that. And Bob had, I think he told me that he had $25,000 in credit card debt.
Dude.
And he was 20.
Dude, you're fucked.
You're fucked, dude.
I mean, I owe like 30 grand, almost 30 grand in student loan debt. But that's student loan debt. I went to college. I didn't just I basically racked up a credit card of knowledge. I have nothing to show for it.
But that's different, man.
I guess it is.
Like I was literally buying bullshit. Not literally.
Yeah.
I wasn't literally buying bullshit.
I went to the bullshit store, bought a bag of bullshit.
Yeah, I went to Spencer Gifts and I got a big old bag of fake shit.
Oh, I bet some of that $250 was spent at a Spencer's Gifts.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of band t-shirts, maybe a alien head poster for the wall.
Chain wallet.
A
dragon incense holder, perhaps.
Oh, yeah.
A fart keychain.
One of those balls that have the electricity going, you touch your hand on it.
Yeah. What are those called?
I don't know. I went to Spencer's Gifts. That's one of my shopping things I did over the weekend. I went into Spencer's. They're having a really nice sale on their clearance stuff. And I always get nostalgic when I'm in there because you flip through the t-shirts and they don't have like cool band t-shirts like they used to. I mean, they have like shitty band t-shirts, like, you know, bands you don't listen to, like Seether and Breaking Benjamin or whatever.
Right.
But the stickers, the price tag is the same, yellow with the black box on the top.
Really?
Yeah, it's the exact same sales sticker. So I'm going through there, and then I walk around to the, over the hill birthday section, which is right next to like the dildos and the maid costume, and then all the black light shit. And then in the middle of the store, there's alcove, and it has that ball with the lightning thing on it. And for a second, I thought about buying it.
Yeah, it would look good in the boys' studio.
Yeah, like
we got a lava lamp.
Yeah,
we've got some Christmas lights.
So I think I think we might need one for the stewed.
Josh, it's an investment.
It's an investment.
Okay.
I think it's only like $40 or something.
That's chump change, man. Put it on your credit card.
Yeah, rack up the debt.
So I got into a little credit card trouble. Now, was it $25,000? No, but I would say it was probably like $5 grand, which is a lot.
Yeah,
This isn't a dick measuring contest, whether it's 25 grand or $5 grand. That's a lot of debt for like a 19-year-old to have when you're making $7 an hour, working not even full time.
Yeah, you're not paying that shit off.
No. And man, I have to say, Trump wasn't the only one that his dad did him a little favor. My dad came through. He saw that I was in some trouble. And for Christmas one year, he's like, Rob, I'm going to pay these off for you.
It's good, Dad.
I had started paying them off, so I think I had it down to around $3,500 that I was owing. But dude, when you have multiple credit cards and you're getting hit with multiple interest on this thing, like I was in over my head, man.
Yeah.
And Papa Harris came in clutch and paid my credit cards off for me.
Yeah.
And to this day, that's like one of the probably the nicest thing somebody's ever done for me.
Yeah. Speaking of targeted, what do they call that? When you get like a payday loan order, there's a name for that.
Yeah, I can't think of it right now.
Giving an 18-year-old a shit ton of credit card offers, it's the same fucking thing. Predatory lending.
That's it.
Because yeah, like, oh, you're 18, you want a credit card, right? And I never got one because my stupid self looked at it and like, $200 limit. What am I gonna do with that? Like, I want $5,000, not realizing that you earn credit and then you build it.
Yeah.
So you get that $200 card, you pay that off. Guess what? They'll up your credit limit to like $500. And then guess what? They'll up it to whatever.
Yeah. $1,200, $1,500, $2,000.
Until eventually you're like $5,000 credit card.
Yeah.
I never had one. I never had a credit card until this one that I have. And I got that like 4 years ago.
Well, what happened, man, is after my dad came through and saved the day, never forget that, man. I'll tell you what, let's just take it.
Did he give you a lesson?
Oh, I got a talking to, and he sat down with me and kind of showed me how to make a budget and to really put it in perspective on like what I'm spending my money on, how you can save money. My dad's really good with money, always has been. And, I want to say that I learned from that, but fast forward a few years, I got zero debt. I'm doing good. And it was one of those moments where I swear off credit cards forever. I'm never going to have a credit card again. In fact, I might have been like, fuck credit cards, man.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
That's how the man gets you,
yeah.
man.
And I moved to Austin. Baby boy is leaving the nest.
Mhm.
He's going. He's gonna go join that perfect band and make it. He's gonna make it in Austin.
Back before Austin was New Austin or whatever the fuck it is now.
And I moved down there. I worked really hard. I got a job like really quick. Like I got a cool job. I was stoked. And I didn't pay a lot, but it was a cool job and it was a job, you know. I didn't end up having to work at like fucking Home Depot or something, which I did apply there.
At that age, that's the age when you can work at a cool, if it doesn't matter if it pays a lot, but you can tell people you work at a place and you're proud of it because it's fucking cool.
Yeah, totally.
How much do you make an hour? It's commission and I haven't sold anything and I've been there for 8 months. But dude, what I do is like I work for this artist and it's super cool.
Well, this was 2005-ish. And, you know, just to be transparent, since we're being doxxed, I think I was making $10 an hour.
Not bad.
Not
but for
terrible.
Austin.
Yeah, but for Austin, that's pretty meager. And I was working full time. That was cool. But, you know, by the time insurance comes out and all this stuff, like
$600 paychecks or whatever.
I wasn't bringing home the bacon, as they say.
Right.
So, yeah. So I started struggling, but I didn't want to run home with my tail between my legs. So what did I do? I got a credit card.
Old Visa came over, started shaking her booty to you, like, hey, big boy.
Yeah. Do I look good?
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
So yeah, I got one. I was so stupid. I was buying groceries. I was putting my bar tabs because we were going out all the time back then. I mean, we would go close down a bar on a Tuesday night and then get up and go to work the next morning. Like no big deal, no hangover, no headache.
The resilience of youth.
I know, dude. I didn't rack up that much again, but I did rack up like a couple grand. And I sat with that debt, man, for 10 years.
That ain't gonna help you because your dad told you,
Yeah.
listen, I saved you once.
I'm not getting the daddy bailout.
Not again.
The second time. So I kind of just got used to having some debt. And I would make my payments, but then, you know, it would dip down a little bit and I'd be like, oh, well, credit cards aren't killing me.
Right.
Get a guitar pedal or, computer part or something. And so I had that for so long, man. Then one day when I was working at the newspaper, I was like, man, fuck this. I'm getting this paid off. I'm going to buckle down and I am not going to carry these in my wallet. I kept it just in case, the emergency.
Right.
And I finally I brought my lunch to work for like a year straight. I didn't spend like crazy and I got it paid off myself. And man, the only thing that felt better than getting bailed out by your old man was to send that final payment. And I got it paid off.
And be done with it.
And then I got another credit card. And we're just starting the cycle
It's a
all
vicious
over.
cycle. You get trained. It's almost like you're conditioning yourself to like, that's just how, that's how everyone lives their life. Like, we're just put her on a credit card.
Yeah.
You don't have a credit card?
Now that I'm older and I have a steady job and I make okay money, for Oklahoma, I'm okay with having a little credit card debt. Now, I keep it under $1,000. Again, full transparency here. I keep it under $1,000.
Right.
If it goes over $1,000, like for instance, when Kate and I bought this couch, for ease, I just put it on my credit card.
Right.
But I paid enough of it to get my debt under $1,000. But now I'm starting to feel that itch again of like, I just paid my car off a few weeks ago. I'm like,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to roll that payment into getting this credit card paid off and then buy a guitar.
Yeah.
I'm going to just get something real nice.
I think what's going to happen though is you'll pay off that credit card and then old Visa's going to come shaking that ass again and she's going to come wearing like that, the really thick ones, that thick card like you can break a window with.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's a nice card.
It's like, you like my new APR, Robbie? I'm wearing this just for you.
0.5% interest. Oh, no.
But it just so happens like all of my hobbies that I really like are expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, not like a heroin addiction or something.
No,
but
it's pricey. To do it right, I mean, we're into music gear. You could buy Squires if you wanted.
And nothing wrong with the Squire.
Ain't nothing wrong with the Squire.
Nothing at all.
The point of working a job and working your ass to the bone to make money is to get things that you enjoy and spending a little on yourself. you know?
I agree.
Yeah.
One thing I've been spending a lot more money on since Kate and her girl moved up here.
Besides containers.
Well, yeah, but I got to get those.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get all the containers. I love them. Oh man, I want to go back now. Been spending a lot more money on food.
A lot.
I'll tell you what. 2 things about kids. They eat a lot, and there's a lot of laundry. A lot of dishes, a lot of laundry. And we've been cooking at home a lot. Kate's been cooking. She's a great cook. I've been helping out where I can, cooking here and there.
You do the dishes, right?
Oh, yeah, I do my part, okay? She doesn't clean up after me, okay? We've been making these burgers, man. And I actually learned it from Dylan, who is not here tonight, as you guys can hear. He's a Monday Night Raw. He's with a friend for his birthday, so we're just throwing it back to that classic cold coffee tonight. Anyways, so we've been making these burgers, and Dylan taught us how to make them with.
Sorry, what's that?
Oh, burgers.
Yeah, okay. You confused me for a minute.
Hamburgers. Yeah.
Okay.
How silly of me. It's a method, man.
Uh-huh.
What you do is instead of cooking the meat and then like sauteing onions like after, what you do is you lay down a bed of thinly sliced onions and then some mushrooms. And then you throw the burgers on top.
Yeah, so it gets inside the meat.
Yeah, dude. And the juice goes down into the onions. And it sounds like such a simple thing, but I just never cooked it that way.
Right.
In fact, there's 2 other things that I was cued onto from Lucas Dunn, past Boys alum. Mac and cheese.
Inside the meat. Oh, it's cute. Oh, okay, a different thing. You're off of burgers, and now you're talking about mac and
sorry.
cheese. Okay.
Sorry. Mac and cheese, you kind of make like you make the sauce in a separate container, and you like boil the milk, and you kind of make a little roux.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of caramelizes, and it makes the mac and cheese so much better.
Like thicker?
Yeah. And just like, I don't know, it has more of a different flavor to it. That's one. Game changer. Number 2. Oh, and also using half and half instead of milk. Thicker, creamier, more delicious. Number 2, and this is the biggie. This is what started it all. When you make a grilled cheese, growing up, hundreds of times, if not thousands, you butter the bread, you slap the cheese, maybe a slice or 2 of cold ham, and you grill it up.
Well, hot ham and cheese.
Yeah. No, my friend. I've been doing it wrong my whole life. You throw the butter in the pan and you let it like caramelize. Then you just drop the grilled cheese on that kind of caramelized. You know, when you like put butter in a pan, it almost starts to turn brown.
Right.
Dude, number 1, way more flavor. Number 2, way less soggy. Because it's not, well, that butter isn't melting into the bread and then cooking. Dude,
right.
Game changer. Thank you, Lucas Dunn.
So you're upping your sad dad meals here a little bit.
Oh, dude. No more sad dad meals.
So did you ever have a broke, sad kid meal? Like when you first moved out of the house and you're living on your own and you didn't have milk in the fridge and by God, that credit card was maxed out. So you just put water in it.
No. I've never used water in cereal. I did one time try orange juice though. And boy, was it shitty.
Orange juice in cereal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like tricks. So I was like, oh, it's a fruity cereal. Put a little fruit juice in there. Terrible.
Not great.
No, not great.
I think I did a stoner thing where I thought it was funny, and I used a cola beverage. I believe it was Dr. Thunder.
Ooh, and cereal?
Yeah.
What was the cereal?
It was Count Chocula, because what I always ate.
Okay, so it's kind of like a brown cow.
Yeah. A little
right.
bit. It wasn't good either.
Well, back to these burgers.
Great burgers.
So we put the onions in, we put the shrooms in, we put the hamburger meat in. We're grilling them up. We put them on a brioche bun.
Oh, fuck me with a brioche.
Dude, so killer.
Yeah.
But I got to ask you something. You don't eat meat anymore.
I don't, but I do make a really good veggie burger.
What's better than a classic dad burger made at home? Now, hear me out here. I can go to Carl's Jr.
Sure.
I can go to Johnny's.
Yeah.
I can go to Five Guys. But, dude, I love a dad burger. And what I'm talking about, now, this is my dad burger. Your dad might be different.
Oh.
Big hunk of meat. Kind of small in circumference, but thick.
Okay.
Okay. That's your dad burger base there. 2 pieces of white bread. Right?
No.
slice of American cheese on top.
Just room temp Wonder Bread.
Just room temp, thinly sliced Wonder Bread.
No, not grilled or anything.
When you hold this burger, your fingers go through the fucking bread and you're feeling burger meat. You know what I'm saying? There's like divots in it.
I do, but that's like, for you, that's like soul food. That's like, that takes you back.
There's just something about it, dude. Plain, little bit of mustard, sliced pickles on the side. Because if you put them on the dad bread.
Well, yeah, because you're using dad bread.
Yeah.
No, man, I've never put a burger on just sandwich bread.
But you've done a hot dog on a sandwich bread. You've done the bender back.
You fold it up, but that's a hot dog is on the totem pole of meats. The hot dog is at the very bottom. I'm putting like on the bottom, it's Vienna sausages. And then right above Vienna sausages, it's Spam. And then above Spam, it's hot dog. Sorry, bologna. Bologna than hot dog. It's a lesser meat.
Is bologna the same thing as a hot dog, though? Because it just looks like
it's a flattened hot dog.
Yeah, like a flattened. It even has like the skin around the edges.
Oh, you have to peel it off? Ugh.
I used to think you were supposed to eat that as a kid.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I didn't. I ate it a lot.
You take it off and it just looks like a warped rubber band. Like it's lost its elasticity. It's done.
Totally. Now, these burgers that Kate and I made that we learned from Dylan, top notch.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had 2 of them because they weren't very big. They were kind of like mini. They weren't tiny buns.
Like
but
silver dollar burgers.
Yeah, they were small burgers. So I had 2. Didn't have any sides. More burger room. I just wanted these burgers. And I just remember sitting there eating it and looking over at Kate and just after every bite, you know it's good when you're like, that's good. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. And I was like, damn, these are like restaurant burgers. Oh, forgot. We had a little spicy brown mustard on there too.
Ooh, I like a good spicy bread.
Yeah, dude.
Golden's?
I'm not sure.
I'm a big fan of Golden's mustard.
But dude, it made me yearn for a dad burger.
Yeah.
So next time I make a burger, it's going on some gas station Town Talk White, my man.
Now what? Town Talk?
That's what I had to buy bread a couple weeks ago. I was running errands and I actually went to the grocery store, but I forgot a loaf of bread. And that's a crucial element.
You bought bodega bread.
I bought bread from 7-Eleven.
Town Talk.
And the brand name is called Town Talk White.
You know why? Because our bread's the talk of the town.
Kate thought it was really funny. Every time she came in the kitchen, I'd hold the loaf of bread up to my ear and I'd be like, it's for you. Is that funny?
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. I'm going to do a dad burger.
You're going to put it on white bread.
Yep.
What kind of a side would you have with a dad burger? Like something...
Cheese balls.
Like off-brand cheese. Not even like Utz, just off-brand in the barrel.
The big fucking whiskey
container.
barrel.
Did they have cheese ball containers at the Container Store? Or something you would use as a cheese ball container?
I mean, in theory, you could use anything as a cheese ball
But
container.
I mean like that big barrel-shaped, like a broad jug with a closable lid.
I didn't see one, but I'm not ruling it out. There's a lot of... There's so many containers in there, it'll make your head spin.
Like, I'm just imagining like some hipster artisanal cheese ball company in Portland put them in like big mason jars.
Yeah.
Artisanal cheese balls.
Locally grown
Locally
cheese
sourced.
balls.
No, I love a brioche bun. My favorite...
Game changer.
Potato bun.
I'm more of a brioche boy. I do like potato bread.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's good stuff. But man,
You know
brioche.
what? Good.
Brioche, my man.
Bro.
So what else we got to talk about, man? I feel weird. We're just like crossing all this stuff off our list.
I know,
It feels
we're
good
killing it.
though.
Do we want to talk about... No. Okay.
Let's save that.
We'll save the best for last. Oh, I have... So, we're in sports season. We got the Super Bowl coming up, which I have no dog in the race.
Yep.
Isn't
Isn't it no dog in the fight?
I thought it was dog in the race.
I don't know. No, sorry.
Doggy races.
Splitting hairs.
And I was working at the
here.
bar, and you're watching different sporting events, and there's a Chicago Bulls game on, and I lean over to my wife and I go, "Is there a more iconic logo than the Chicago Bulls bull? They've never changed it. It's the same fucking logo, right?"
Yeah, I think so.
So then we started talking, brought up a conversation of what are some iconic sports logos. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like the Bulls, definitely.
Dude, the Bulls and the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, do the Celtics still use the little leprechaun guy?
I think so.
Like, he's like kick back. He's like chilling.
Yeah. What I like about the Bulls, it's so simplistic.
It's beautiful, dude. I would
try to draw it all the time, and I can never do it right.
I would also try to draw it often as a kid. And
Start with the nostrils, and then you go up.
And doesn't have that ring.
Mm-hmm.
Has that bull ring.
Mm-hmm.
Has blood on the tips of the horns.
It does.
I think the Chicago Bulls logo is a prime example of the perfect logo. Because even if it doesn't say Chicago Bulls,
you know what it is.
Everybody knows who that is.
Dude, the Dallas Cowboys, it's just a star.
It's a star with a line around it. Like it's just got like a little border, a stroke around it. Dude, iconic. There's so many good logos, though. And I don't like when teams change their logo.
Me neither.
However, I really wish the Thunder would change their logo.
Our logo fucking sucks.
It looks like a 3D Dorito.
I was at Ross Dress for Less, and they had these, you know, like baseball, like they call them practice jerseys. They're just like V-neck, but they have like elastic, like, and they're usually striped.
Yeah.
Well, they had those in like Thunder Blue, and it said Oklahoma City, and then it had that shitty fucking Thunder logo on it. And I would have bought it, but the logo is terrible.
The Thunder logo is laughably bad.
Who created that
I
logo?
believe it was a company called Ackerman McQueen. They're a design firm out of Oklahoma City. I could be wrong here, and please, if I'm wrong, correct me. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, boys@boyspodcast.com.
Right.
Send me some Bitcoin. I'm in the hole right now.
$2,000 in the hole.
I need a bailout.
We need
Dad. I got, first of all, I am very perverted.
Very perverted.
Was that your Hillary Rodham Clinton?
No, was that a good Rodham?
Very perverted.
Very perverted. A basket of deplorables. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, their logo sucks.
Yeah, but they've been a team for how long now?
It's like 10 years.
10 years.
11 years at this point.
It's okay to change it. I'm giving you're good. Change it. You don't change the name. Name's fine.
Mm-hmm.
The logo sucks.
What are some other classic sports logos?
I think the Phoenix Suns with the basketball doing the whole like the more you know thing.
But that one has changed over time. I think.
Really?
I think it's been modified, kind of updated for the times.
A lot of hockey teams had some iconic ones. I mean, the Mighty Ducks.
Mm-hmm. That's a big one to me, just because of the movies.
Right.
I was like the perfect age when that first one came out. I was into roller hockey after that movie came out. Like we didn't have ice hockey here in Oklahoma. Don't have ice. Mm-hmm. But oh man, did I play the shit out of some
all
roller
the time.
hockey.
I wanted so badly to be a hockey player.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think growing up when we did susceptible age in the 90s, you know, young teen, like 10s to teen-year-old or whatever you call that, adolescence.
Sure. Young manhood.
It was prime for sports. Like everything was geared towards kids in sports. Now it doesn't seem so much. It's like college kids are talking about sports. But hockey, martial arts, anything to do with kicking somebody's ass.
Totally.
All I watched were like Jean-Claude Van Damme movies all the time. Yeah. So I wanted to kick somebody's ass. I pretended that I was a ninja in my yard. I think I told the story in the podcast how I was Wayne Highlander, and I would wear my dad's robe and put my fake katana sword in my thing and the jacket. I thought I was so fucking cool.
What was better than that plastic ninja sword as a kid, dude? There was they were like, and they had like the shoelace wrapped around the handle, with like some like gold foil in there, and then you had your sheath, whatever you call it. That's a sheath, right?
Yeah.
You had your sheath, and it had that plastic blade, and then it had that like little hand guard.
Yeah.
The hilt, I think it's called. Or maybe the hilt's the handle, whatever. But yeah, that thing would pop off. And click it back on.
I got, that's my favorite thing to try to win at like carnivals and shit. It was like, I know the ninja sword.
Dude, ninja swords were magical. Throwing stars were magical. Nunchaku were magical.
I had a pair of nunchucks, but mine were like those foam ones.
Yeah.
With like the rope.
Yep. I had the foam ones to start. I bought them from Eastern Treasures in Crossroads Mall. Which, that magical place.
Love that place. Yeah. I would just go stare at the swords all day.
Dude, they had swords. They had like brass knuckles. Do you remember that? That was kind of shady.
They had the cane sword.
A lot of like Fabergé eggs and like bonsais. I mean, it was truly Eastern Treasures.
It's like ceramic dragons and shit like that. Yeah.
And they had. I remember like behind the register, they would just have the big like wooden display, I guess, that had all the ninja stars, and there was numbers on them, and you could like pick the number you wanted, and they go pull them out of a little shitty box in the back.
Did you get some?
Oh, dude, I had several.
I never had ninja stars. I wanted some. I would make some at home with, like, my dad would have those. What the fuck is that tool called? They're circular, and they're not like a wrench. but they have like almost like screws, but they're not. Like I don't know what it was. It was some metric tool that you could throw it. It won't stick anything, but it will kind of look like a ninja star.
Right.
Yeah. God damn it. I wish I knew what that tool was. But I lost like 5 of those at my dad's, and he would get pissed.
If he would have just bought you a Chinese star.
Buy me a goddamn Chinese star.
Dude, yeah, I had several. Like I had your classic, like 4-pointed, like think of like the ninja holding the Chinese star, the throwing star. Okay. In between his 2 fingers like this. Like I had one of those. Then I had like some crazy ones. Then I had this one that had like little barbs sticking out of it. Like,
oh wow!
I had like 5 or 6 of them. And
did you go out and throw them at the tree?
What you do is you go get a piece of wood from behind the shed.
There's always one.
Yeah, there's always a random piece of like particle board or like pressed board or something. You lean that bad boy up against the tree and you toss and you miss and you gotta go dig your fucking Chinese throwing star out of the woods or something. Oh, dude, I loved it. But yeah, I had the foam nunchaku as well, and then eventually I upgraded to the wooden ones. And boy, did I just beat the shit out of myself with those. Oh yeah, I was terrible at it.
Yeah, my cousin had a set of like actual nunchucks, and I would like play with them. But yeah, I was always hit myself in the nuts or like in the elbow or like in the head because you try to do all those tricks. It's like I can do this.
Yeah,
no, you can't.
Then you go out into the woods. You find maybe a downed tree. Got yourself a bow staff.
Oh
boy.
I loved that. You go into the woods and you find like, down tree, like find a limb that's just thick enough that you can make a staff, and you pull all the leaves off of it.
Nice and straight.
And then you Donatello the tree.
Another
next
tree.
To it, yeah. And you pretend that it's a person.
Just tree on tree.
But here's the
assault.
thing. I wanted so badly to be that, but I was too chicken shit to sign up for karate or any martial arts because every fucking town had a karate studio.
I took karate.
Did you?
Yeah, my dad and I took karate together.
Awesome.
That was
father-son.
Right behind that credit card payoff was that father-son karate.
How far did you get?
I probably got about 5 ranks in. I think my dad got about 3 before he was like, enough of this shit. Yeah, but I loved it, man.
Yeah, there's always one next to like a video store.
Yeah. I went to Haggerty's in Midwest City. It was on Sooner and Reno.
Yeah.
And man, I have some good memories of earning my belts and like and sparring, man. Like you got the Century, pads on, the bright red or the bright blue. You got your helmet, you got your mouthpiece, and like sparring. Never liked getting hit though.
No. It's fun hitting people.
Yeah.
But it's never fun getting. Actually, it's not fun hitting people because you don't know how to hit properly. So
right. You're hurting yourself. It was a blast though, man. I to be totally honest, there have been times where I'm like, maybe I should give that a try now that I'm closing in on 40 here, I talk often about wanting to be a little healthier, maybe get some more activity, some shaking it up, doing something. I was like, wonder if I could maybe go take like a beginner taekwondo class or something.
Yeah, I was thinking about
Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
I've thought about that too, but I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast recently, and he was his guest was on, and it's like, I think I'm going to try doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And Joe Rogan was like, no, you should do that when you're young. I wouldn't go into it as an older person.
Really?
Yeah, like you can really fuck yourself up doing it.
Well, I know like Joey Diaz, who's a frequent guest on Rogan, he does it. And I've actually seen footage of him, and he's like an older dude, kind of heavy. Good? He's doing it. Like, I'm like, if that dude can do it, maybe I could do it.
I just want to be in shape, and I would like to be able to defend myself if ever, if a team of ninjas came through the door SWAT style and I had to fight them off.
Yeah, they're like jumping out of trees.
Yeah. Always wanted, when you were a kid, did you ever like get in a fight in school and you tried to pull out some karate moves?
No, I never really got in a fight in school. I was in a few like little scuffles, but never like your classic semicircle of kids around you.
Yeah.
Fight.
Kick his ass. Yeah. You're not worth it.
Yeah. No. I was more of one of those kids doing that than the one actually fighting.
There's so many,
I'm not a fighter, man.
So many times I get picked on, and I would try to fight, and I would try to do like spin kicks.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Did they land?
No, nowhere near. And I was like a chubby kid, so imagine the chubby kid.
Pirouetting.
I'm so thankful there was no cell phone technology. No internet.
Yeah.
Because I would be fucking ridiculed.
Oh, my God. I'd love to see a young, chubby Josh.
I'd be a meme.
Pirouetting in a Mighty Ducks jersey, going, hi-ya! You ever make a sound like that?
No, but I would do like, You know, like the spin, almost like a roundhouse kick kind of thing. Yeah.
Or do you ever do the thing where like, you know, like it's like before the round in Street Fighter?
Oh, yeah,
and
all
you
the
do that
time.
thing where you kind of like take a step back and like ready yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Do the do a pose.
yeah, like a what's his name? A Liu Kang.
Yeah, like a kung fu pose. Like,
Yeah.
What a fucking dumb kid I was.
What a dork.
dweeb.
Yeah. I didn't really get in fights. I've never been a fighter. I don't like to this day, I don't think I would fight somebody.
No.
Like, I mean, I would like defend myself. If I was being attacked, I would try to get them off of me, but I could never see myself getting angry enough to beat somebody up.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying violence isn't always the answer. Sometimes it is. Sometimes you gotta take the bull by the horns. But I don't know. Like, I couldn't. Dude, I would just lose. Like, if I fought someone, it would only make them beat me up even more.
Yeah. Because now I'm upsetting them by making them have to do something.
To work harder.
And then they're just
Who
gonna
wants to work harder?
No. I don't like confrontation in any way, shape, or form.
That's why you buy a gun. And you're like, fuck your judo chops.
Yeah.
I could kill you.
I could shoot you in the hands. Now you won't be able to do judo chops.
Yeah, exactly. Well, man, I think it's about time to wrap it up.
We wrapping it?
We're wrapping it. Got any closing thoughts? Anything you want to touch on?
I don't think so.
I think we've covered quite a bit. We'll cross some of this stuff off the list and be back next week with a brand spanking new episode of Boys.
Bye.